How you doing? Neil Steele here for Neil Steele's Reviews, and today we're going to review this album, the latest studio album from Lynch Mob, released late November 2025, so around about 8 or 9 months ago. Honestly, this album is as good as the first two albums ever released by Lynch Mob, which is Wicked Sensation and the self-titled album. It really is a consistent beast on all levels. It is a real step up from the previous album, which was good, Babylon. But yeah, this one, Dancing with the Devil, is a great song, and it's a great album. Dancing with the Devil to me is like, it's prime Lynch Mob in every way, like the song structure, the singing, lyrics, everything. It's there. And the second most favourite song for me on this album is a bonus track, which should be on the album proper. It's absolute cracker song, right? And it's it's Broken Lies. It should be on the album proper. It's that good. It really is a great song. But overall, the album is terrific. It really is. The singer, Gabriel Collin, this is his second album, and he was he was good on Babylon, don't get me wrong, he was fine, but he's way better here on Dancing with the Devil because he's more relaxed. He's obviously played live with the band for a number of, probably a couple of years, so he's part of the machine, and it works. It's a great lineup in the band. Obviously, Gabriel Collin is the vocalist. George Lynch, besides being co-producer, is also the guitar player and probably pretty much the songwriter, I would imagine. We have Jaron Gulano on bass guitar, and we have Jimmy DeAnder on drums. Now, Jimmy DeAnder, if that name rings a bell to you, Bullet Boys. He was also in the Bullet Boys, and as far as I know, he's back with the whole original lineup of the Bullet Boys, who are touring the US as we speak. Fingers crossed we get a new product. That would be really, really good. Only time will tell, I suppose. Yeah, look, it's a great album. And even though Lynch Mob have recently released a live album called The Last Ride, there's none of the songs on this studio album that were on it because it was recorded about a year or so ago. But this is a great album. It's got everything you would expect from Lynch Mob. It's got great songs, great vocals, awesome solos. The lineup, as I said, they nail it 100%. The musically speaking, it's really, really good. And I think it went under a lot of people's radar because even though the band has a name, unfortunately, most music sites nowadays are all about the generic stuff because that's what gets them likes, etc. on their social media pages. And you can understand that to a degree, but there's just so much music that's going under the radar by, probably 75% of the hard rock / metal audience out there that don't know that this album and countless others by lots of bands, be it name bands or unknown, are putting out really good product. And most of the social media music pages just aren't giving any of these people the time of day, so to speak. You might get a couple of magazines that may review these sort of products, but there's hardly anyone that's really pushing it. And that's where, not just here at Neil Steele Rocks or Reviews, because I'm an old school hard rock metalhead, it's not just because I want to do it. There's people out there that don't know about this stuff. And that's why I am an admin at a Facebook page called the Killawatts Hard Rock Specialist page, and you look and we've got all this sort of stuff, yes, all the new bands, all the bands you haven't heard of, and I'd say 50 to 60% of the music we have on that page is bands that have been around 10, 20, 30 years, and the majority of mainstream people have never heard of them because nobody's catering for this sort of music, which is really weird. There are certain places in the world that media and radio stations do play this sort of music, but it's a real minority in 2026, unfortunately. But yeah, overall, this is a fantastic album. It really is. It's like 9 and 10 out of 10. It really is that good. It's as good as the debut Wicked Sensation and the self-titled album by Lynch Mobs. I shit you not, it really is a great product, really good product, and it's such a step up from Babylon. It's definitely worth getting. You should check it out. Have a listen on YouTube. Not sure if it's on Spotify, but I know most bands nowadays pretty much put up their albums on YouTube because that way you can listen to it. It's great. All right, cheers. That's it for this one. Lynch Mob, Dancing with the Devil. Fantastic album, really is. If you're a fan of the band, you're going to love it. If you've never heard of the band, hey, it's a great place to start. It really is a very consistent and great product, no doubt about it. Cheers. Catch you next time.